Maya Angelou once said, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." So is it important to listen to all the things people say about me? The answer to that question can be varies from person to person. But if I let people's comments influence the way I think, I would not be able to be true to myself or present my best. Believe it or not, I was once stuck in a similar situation. When I was around 4 years old, I started to learn English. For me, English is like a second nature. I use it so often that I sometimes feel like I'm more connected to it than Chinese. By the time I finished kindergarten, my parents wanted me to continue my education that involved English, so they decided to send me to an international school. At the start, I was thrilled by the opportunity, and the best part of all is that I will get to study at the same school as my sister. Before I entered the school, all new students were required to take an English placement test to determine who need extra support. When I received the result, I was placed into an English language learner class. At that moment, I did not have any specific reaction towards it. However, that all changed on the very first day of school. The ELL class was teaching ABC and spelling like dog or cat. I thought I was placed in the wrong class. When I got home, I told my mom about what happened. She immediately informed the school that the class was much too easy for me. But instead of giving me a chance to try a harder course, they suggested I to remain in the same class. In other words, the school thought my English skill was not good enough. Keep in mind, I was a first grader, so I was ignorant of hidden meaning. So instead of fighting back, I stayed in the madhouse for 2 straight years. In those years, I'm learning the same skill that I've learned in kindergarten over and over again. At the same time, I tried terribly hard to convince my teacher that I should not be part of this ELL class, but there was no use. Before the start of 3rd grade, my parents called the school and informed them that my ELL situation needed to be stopped. Finally, they gave me a chance. Despite the fact that I got a chance to go to a higher level class, there was still a tremendous amount of doubt in the atmosphere. Therefore, I vowed to myself to disprove people's disbelief. During the course, I was able to give a clear explanation for all the questions that I was being asked and finish each and every worksheet fast and easy. By the end of the school year, I am proud to say that the class was a piece of cake. Looking back, if I had taken school advice of further extending my English skill, I would have lost my sense of motivation to go beyond others' expectation. Whenever people say I could not achieve something, that does not necessarily mean I cannot. And this I believe.